Cute.
Okay.
We are live.
Says we are live on YouTube.
All right. I call this meeting to order.
Yay, meeting to order.
All right.
Alrighty. So on our agenda, we have some things on our agenda for tonight. As always, ratifying the meeting minutes from last month, financial report, budgets, security report. In regards to that one thing I think we talked about last month, we were going to finalize it this month, I think. Welcome Summerfest follow-up, which I just kind of threw that in there in case we wanted to do it. That's a totally optional thing.
No, I don't want to do it yet because we need to have
Cool.
to have our close for
Okay.
it. So
Okay. Sound system, insurance renewal, and Green Man Day. Is there anything else we need to add to that agenda?
don't believe so. Oh, well, welcome summer needs to be put on there anyways because we need to vote on being able to spend money for next
Okay.
year.
So I'll put it back. I'm gonna put 2025 on that one. There we go, because that's for next time.
All right. Official in attendance, Illinois, Lansburg, Bagan, Norton, Amanda Srons, Bill Ill, Ella Hayes, Alan Little, and Tamara Hunt. Dun-dun-dun.
Boom.
First item.
So
It's minutes.
meeting minutes from last month. Everybody have a chance to look at them.
Anybody have an objection?
No objection.
No
Any
objection.
discussion? Vote to ratify last month's minutes.
Second,
All in favor?
Hi.
I
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, here we go.
Sorry, spaced out.
Alrighty.
next item of business.
Make me doubt my ears.
Financial report. Let's go with financial report.
All right, currently in this checking account, we have $4,939.80. In the savings account, we have $1,909.80.
And in the assets account, we have 2 acres worth at least $20,000.
Yes, in the assets account, we do have a $20,000 piece of property.
I'm putting that in the minutes. We're putting it.
We
It,
should.
it should go in the middle.
That's our part of our assets and something we need to be doing this year and is getting a better inventory on what we've got and
Mhm.
getting our candid listing updated.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what was that? The last thing that Bill said? I couldn't quite hear him clearly before Mom started talking.
So with savings, or are we talking about assets?
The savings account has $1,909.80 in it. Between
I think
the,
it was.
What's
Oh,
that?
sorry.
Go ahead.
I think it was whatever you said just after that was what I missed.
I don't.
think you said anything after that.
I didn't think I said anything after that. Currently, between the two accounts, we have liquid $6,849.60.
Woohoo.
Sweet.
This month is going to differ from what our what our bank statement says for income, because we transferred $7,500 from our savings account to our checking account to pay a bill, pay off the property. I don't believe we should pay a tithe on that twice.
Why would that show different income? That should not show as income. That's just a move of money. That's not income.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Hmm.
That's that. So income for the month was $2,120.02. Means the tithe to the mother church and our choice charity are $106 a piece, and our advertising budget for this month is $106. We need to pay after the $29 Linode comes out. We owe $77 to the mother church. Those will be paid this evening after this meeting.
How much for our advertising budget did we use last month?
Whilst he's looking, do you want me to give you the Patreon numbers?
Sure.
Okay, so we are currently at 26 paid members and our membership is $1,080.
Sweet.
Yeah, we had a good month this month.
So
Hey,
we're
we don't have that. We don't have that
spending
one.
1,000.
We don't have that monthly payment anymore. Woohoo!
Yeah, we don't have a monthly
It's
payment
extra
anymore.
$275 just in the bank.
Yeah.
So, were you done with the financial report?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to put together a list of numbers that we'd like to hear reported on each month to put together a standard financial report for the board meeting.
I like that idea.
I
Okay.
agree. Does anybody have anything they would like to see on that?
I would like to
Um,
Patreon because it gives us a pulse point of our connections with community as well as you know, a benchmark of, you know, if we see we're trending down, then maybe we need to readjust because that is a big influx of where we get our income.
No, I think it's a good idea to keep track of the monthly advertising expenditures.
Yeah, I'd like to see how much we spend each month on advertising and compare that to the previous month's budget. So we're starting to set budget numbers at each meeting. So I want to check in on those each month. So advertising, what was budgeted, what did we spend? Ritual supplies, how much was spent on ritual supplies? How much came in from ritual? How much came in from other events? Is there anything else anybody would like to see? We get in the habit of producing these every month, we can add those to our public reports.
that
And
makes-
also start to see some statistical trends and get a
Mhm.
real feel for what's going on
Mhm.
here.
Yep. No, I totally agree.
So I have a addition to that idea too. What I could start doing is we could have the meeting minutes set up already initially, and there will be a financial just standard spot every time, right? We always start with last month's meeting minutes, and then we do financial report, and then you could basically take your whatever your P&L, your data sheet you pull out of the program and just put it in there. That's something we could do. And then we don't have to worry about like all the notes. It's just there every time. And I'll just have it ready. It's ready for whenever you're ready to put the numbers in, basically,
Yeah.
every month.
Yep. And then that turns into extend it back. You're gonna have to do research to pull the P&Ls that Bella asked for because
Yep.
we need passed.
Yep,
But going forward, all you'll have to do is add those together to get what we have.
for
going
P&L.
forward. And if anybody thinks of a number that you want to see being tracked in there that we haven't put on there yet, just speak up in the board meeting. Ask for a number. If we need to ask for a number at the board meeting, we should probably be tracking it.
Mhm.
Make sense?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I've got that list that we just talked about, advertising, Patreon, ritual supplies, income from ritual, income, other events income. Is there anything else you guys want to see reported?
Not off
That
the
I
top
can
of my
think of.
head.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I like Solonix's idea of if we ask for something, then obviously it's something that should be tracked going forward.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And if that report starts to get too unwieldy, we'll pare it back. But for right now, let's start some data collection. So
Mhm.
we can see where things are going here. We have an advertising budget. We want to target that. So we want to check those numbers. When we increase our advertising, are we getting a corresponding and exponentially larger increase in donations? And if not, we can go in and adjust.
Right.
I like that. Alrighty, so next on our list we've got budget.
That's what we-
Speaking of. So, yeah, we're gonna start putting together a more comprehensive budget. I'd kind of like to get a handle on what our trends are looking like.
Right.
Before we get too hard with setting spending numbers going forward.
Well,
But something to consider in that budget is we just gave out a bunch of free food.
yeah.
For Welcome Summer Festival, is this a habit that we're gonna get into? And if so, how are we gonna cover that? Or are we gonna pull it out of the 275 we're saving?
Right. That too, also by doing this, will make it where next year when we have our first board meeting of the year, we can set a budget. This is what we want to spend on ritual, the 8 Sabbath
Right.
this year.
Right,
This is what we want to spend on. This is what we want to spend on advertising. This is what we'd like to spend on, or this is what we'd like to see for ritual income. This is what we'd like to see from other events income, so that we can kind of, because it will make the P&L easier, because I was looking up the P&L forms that Bella needs. And it basically, for a church, you have what you expect to spend and what you actually spend, and that's where you get your P&L.
well, I mean, for pulling it from the past,
Right.
expect to,
Yeah,
whatever.
make
We
it happen.
expected to spend what we did,
Right,
because we didn't do that.
right. But going forward, we can start doing that, so we can
Yeah.
see if we're making money or losing money every year. Throughout the year, so.
Well, I'd say over time, we're definitely making money.
Mhm,
Megan?
absolutely.
Well, kind of on that note, like for the ritual specifically, as a group, we like to run one up it, and if we, if we see that we're spending a huge amount because we really re-upped it, but we didn't really see that it brought in significantly different from this year versus next year, then we go, okay, maybe we can't re-up it quite that big. Let's take some smaller steps to
That's
kind of
true.
keep us in check, that we're not.
Overspending.
Yeah,
But
we're
we
not
also
overspending for glitz and glamour when we haven't gotten the word out to support that.
We also want to track attendance numbers with that too, though,
Mhm.
because I think that going from an average attendance of, what was it, 20 for
Yeah.
Sabbats in
Yeah.
2021
50,
to
70.
50 plus
Right now,
in 2023. That's a, what, 150% growth
right?
over 3 years.
And I,
Um,
and
is
I've been
more
tracking that.
valuable than a certain amount of dollars,
right,
Mhm.
because that expands our community resource pool.
right. And I've been tracking that. I've got to get that document on the in here updated, but it's on my phone, so I can just type it in.
I mean, budgets aren't necessarily just number based. So I propose that we also add a ritual attendance to the numbers we are tracking,
Yeah.
because
Right.
it
I agree.
is human
Interaction.
interaction.
What
Yeah.
I'm hearing is that we want to add that to our report.
Yes, that's what I'm.
That's what I'm
saying.
hearing
That's what I'm saying.
too.
I mean,
Okay.
honestly, if you think about it, the true currency of a church
It's
is the
people.
people it
Yes,
serves.
Exactly.
Well, and like I said, that's the point. And people seemed surprised when I said the point of Wednesday nights isn't necessarily to educate. It's not.
Well, Well, and when you said to me when we were wrapping up at Welcome Summer Festival, and you said to me that the point of this isn't to make money, the point of this is to expose ourselves to the community. And in fact, I talked with Kelly today, and Kelly, the person down at the Parks Department that I deal
Oh,
with, to get the form. I got the forms and stuff for next year, and we're locked in. And she says, "Well, did you have a good attendance?" I says, "The weather kind of held some back, but we had fun and we exposed ourselves to the community, and that's what we were trying to do, is to get the word out that we're here, that people that need us can find us." And she says, "That's a really good way to look at it." I says, "Yeah, wisdom of my high priestess."
all right. And having that larger community base gives us a better base too for having consistent income. People can come in and out. We don't notice the churn as much.
Right.
Things start to average out. We've got a base that we can reach out to for fundraising.
Yep.
Were we wanting to set any particular budgets at this time, or just sort of just talk about the plan to budget? I think.
I'm not concerned about our level of spending at the moment because we aren't draining our resources. I'm comfortable with letting it ride with extra tracking for a few months. And then thinking about, because right now I feel like we just don't have any idea what it should look like. There's not, it's not like a typical church. Maybe we could go look at somebody else's budget and see.
But we're not a typical church.
So, is anybody else uncomfortable with that?
No,
Okay,
I'm good with it.
That was my thought as well, is we need to have a baseline
yeah,
before we can.
And I don't
No,
see
that's fair.
us spending irresponsibly in any way, shape, or form. Every time we spend, it is for the benefit of the community as a whole. It's not like silly things that.
right.
and- and
Well,
I think
and
we
like,
all still put as much of our own money into buying supplies as we do church money.
Right.
exactly.
That might be something else, though, to start tracking more closely,
Is what,
is what we do personally buy and put in.
that-
Because those are non-monetary donations that we can track for future
Grant.
grant and fundraising
Mhm.
purposes.
that we put I buy this,
That could also be beneficial in getting a loan.
yeah.
It's those kinds of things that they want to see from a church is not just the money in and out, but they want to see that we've got the numbers and that the churn is a small percentage of the main picture and.
So. Where are we at now? That's it.
So are we done with the budgets discussion?
Are we done with talking about budgets for right now? Is there anything else that we want to find grain in that?
Right now. I can't see anything. All right, as long as we're talking budgets, do we want to track and see how much money is coming off those vending machines? What we didn't see.
I thought you already were.
Yeah, there is some in there. I will put it in the reports from now on.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was already getting tried.
It's being tracked but not being put anywhere.
Gotcha.
So-
Long as they're not losing money, and I think they are.
They're not,
No, because we
Especially
set the
since we're not
prices
paying
where
the
they're not
electric bill.
losing money.
Mhm.
and most of the stuff that's been put in them has been donated, so therefore.
Yeah,
It's not like we're not losing money, it is a win, but. We were talking about getting rid of one, and is this something we want to keep, or is it something we want to, when we go to when we get to the new.
oh,
space?
yeah, good point. We want to know if we get rid of one, what are we giving up?
Right, what are we giving up, is it really
Yeah.
worth that, giving up that?
Because I think we honestly need that space opened up.
We
It
understand
would be
that,
helpful,
but,
yep,
but,
but also if it's an income stream, it's an income
Stream,
stream.
and
we
We
don't
need
wanna
all
lo-
of them right now.
well, yeah, we don't wanna lose any income streams right
If we
now.
want,
Fair
to
enough.
either get control of this place or get out of it, either way, we need money.
So we need to start notating which machine is paying which money.
Yep, we can do that.
There you go.
I know all of my soda comes out of the machine behind the copier. That's where the doctors are at.
All right,
All right, so next thing
Other-
I've got, oh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, I would just make sure we didn't have any other questions, comments, concerns on budgets before we go ahead.
If nobody's got anything, I was gonna say, we've got security report next.
Security, dun, dun, dun.
Okay, well, welcome Summerfest. There's no issues that I was made aware of or that I saw while I was there. Same thing, the MEC picnic is very nice, very relaxed. We did not meet on the EOP. I had a ridiculously busy month the last month, and I won't be able to get back onto that until after Litha. We still need maps of the building in there, and there's some general cleanup we need to do, and then bring it to the board, and they can vote to make it official. But I mean, it's there, it's usable as it is. So, but we'd like to get it cleaned up and get a nice product that the board can okay, and we can print pieces of it and put it where we need it.
Do you want to go, you said not till after Litha before you'll be able to do a meeting. Do we want to go ahead and schedule one just so we have it on the books?
Sure. That'd be great.
When do you want to do it?
Well, so far it's been Thursdays. I think the Thursday after Litha, we have our coven meeting, don't we?
Well, and my meeting with Solonox is on the opposite of our coven meeting. So
Okay.
if we did a different time, because I mean that's 8 to 9. So if we did a different time, we could do
Yeah, the Thursday after Litha, not only do we have the intercoven meeting, but we have a full moon ritual scheduled.
that's right.
Uh, hmm. So,
I mean, I've got Tuesdays open now, so we could if we could do a Tuesday, I could certainly do that.
I can do like 8 to 9. That'll be the 17th, right? Yeah.
The 17th is a Monday.
Yeah, so
18th is Tuesday.
Sorry, the 18th.
18th. Okay, yep.
Yeah. At 8 to 9.
Okay, I could do that.
Okay.
Sounds
Everybody else?
good.
All right.
Okay,
I can
so
also do that.
Perfect.
18, 24, 8 to 9. I'll create the Zoom meeting here shortly.
Okay, thanks, Ella. And that's all I have unless there's questions.
Did we still need to get you maps or do you just need to add the maps to the document?
We need to get him maps. I
We
got
still need-
measure- I got measurements and sent them to Tamara.
I've been working on drawing them out, but I'm missing a couple of measurements.
What are
to
you
get
missing
that
measurements
correct.
for?
That
Yeah.
closet type area between the library and that first tarot room.
Okay,
Sensory.
sensory
Okay.
room.
And then if you could give me a measurement of how far apart the doors are on the hallway, that would help too. But mostly that closet is making things not line up correctly.
Well, that room, so the Serenity room has also got a smaller door frame than the rest of the building. So it also it's a weird space.
All right, I'll get those and get those to you, Tamara.
Thank you. The
Yep.
whole layout's really awkward.
I tried to pull up BSA online to see if there was,
A building sketch, and there's not.
well, the whole city BSA is down right now because of a software upgrade.
I looked really hard and I couldn't find it anywhere. There was only the
Okay.
whole building and there was nothing specific to the suite. So
Let me look at my paperwork at home. I might have the paperwork from the lease still.
Okay, cause I'd
Yeah.
like to know what happened to that.
Well, I had a copy. We each had a copy, so
Yeah, and I can't figure out.
let me see if I can. I will look and see if I can find a copy of it.
If
I'll-
not, can somebody reach out to the landlord and see if we could get if they have a copy of it that we could get?
Will you try that?
So.
You want me to email Martin and find out, or you
Sure.
want? All right.
Alan, is your Weaver's email address, what is it? Alfred at Weaver's or Alfred Silverstar? What is it?
I think it's Alfred at Weaver's.
Alfred.
Check here.
I was just going to invite you specifically.
Alfred at Weaver's. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I was going to invite you specifically to that meeting, so it's on your. I'm going to turn off the waiting room for this one, so we don't have that problem, just in case something happens and I can't get there for some reason.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go. All right, so that meeting is scheduled. Oh, why are you doing that? It wants access to my account. Cool. Okay, cool. So we've got that scheduled. Do we have anything else on the security report before we move on?
I don't have anything else. Does anybody have any other questions?
Nope.
Then that's it.
So we don't necessarily have to do these things in the order they were written because I kind of wrote sound system before insurance renewal. I kind of think we should talk about the insurance renewal first.
Okay,
So let's do that one next.
All right. I got an email from Cheryl Grimes at our insurance company for a renewal of insurance for us for the year. It will take place on 8/1/24 to 8/1/25. We're looking at a total cost of $1,257.40.
Okay, so you said it was 8/1/24 to 25, okay.
Yep.
24 to 8/25. Sorry, I'm not as fast a typer as Solon. What was that number again, the dollar amount?
$1,257.40.
Okay, perfect. How much did we pay last year?
That's close to the same one.
About the same,
Okay.
It's a little more than 60 a month, isn't it?
yeah.
That's not bad at
No.
all.
Well, no, for what this insurance gives us, it's not bad at all, because it covers here. It
And it
covers
covers our events.
our 2 acres of land. And it also covers any of our events off-site.
Yep.
It also covers clergy counseling errors or admissions, and it also covers Sexual Abuse Act limited liability coverage. So it covers
Yeah, that's,
it very well.
When we
It
did it last
also-
year, oh, I'm sorry.
It also includes additional insured church members and officers, additional church designated persons or organizations. Oh, Ingham County because of
That was my question.
Welcome Summer.
Did we add that option last year for the terrorist option? I thought we did.
Think we did.
Okay, because that it was just going to be the same insurance renewed, exactly, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
We had to bring it up because of what we're paying for it.
Mhm.
It's $53 for the terrorist coverage.
Okay.
$53
For the whole
But-
year. That's
for the
fantastic.
whole year.
Cool.
But we had to bring it up so that because it's a large amount of money.
Yeah, we've got to vote to authorize.
Yeah.
Well, I move that we pay that bill when it's due.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
I,
Right.
Aye.
All right.
Perfect. There's some stuff we gotta print off and sign and send it to them, so that's. You got the
We-
email too.
We need to, because in case they have to come out and do another appraisal, I don't know if they have to or not, but we need to get that fire extinguisher back up on the wall.
I tried, I gotta get a different type of anchor to put in it.
Yep.
They put a toggle one in it, it just doesn't work, 'cause it's not long enough.
Okay.
There's not enough space in the wall.
Yeah, we might need a different wall then. I don't know, but
Okay,
a different spot to put it, not you know what I mean.
I knew what you meant.
the new wall.
We're just gonna take
Trying
the
to
wall
get
out.
different walls.
We're trying to get different walls, but we're working on that.
Alrighty, so I guess well that was quick and easy to handle, right? We
Yeah.
like having insurance.
Yes. we do.
Alrighty, so the next big money spender is the sound system, which I have a revised proposal based on the numbers we got from Guitar Center, as well as a couple of extra additions that Castle and I were looking at. Well, there's one of them based on what Castle and I were looking at, and one that's just kind of needed to make it all work, kind of fit
Is
together.
that in the drive, Ella?
It's in the drive. If you look under where the meeting minutes are, there's a June revised audio system proposal. Now, I have a total cost if we were just to go, hey, let's spend all this money right now. So basically, I changed a couple of minor things, like figured we could easily start with one hand mic on a wire, right? The wireless mic system with appropriate cables associated, a couple of other cables needed, and then also a speaker. So what I have is a total cost of what I want. But if you see, I've kind of broken it up into colors, where if we were to instead want to piece part this, certain things have to go together. For instance, if we buy the $369 wireless headset or wireless microphone system, we have to buy the 4 cables to go with it, right? And also any of the sound system basically requires that we pretty much have to get this particular cable that I found that'll hook the Yeti into the soundboard. Because once we switch to a different sound system, the Yeti has to go through the soundboard from that point on. Total costs for everything I want to get: microphone, the hand mic with wire on a wire. I haven't even included at this point like a stand or anything like that. I feel like that's secondary. Um, a wireless microphone system with all the the 3-year repair plans they offer. The cables for that, a 25-foot cable for the either the microphone or the speaker, honestly, whichever one's more convenient. 50-foot cable for whichever other one. And then a speaker system, because this is one of the things we were looking at, was we figured out we could not power the speaker system at Finner. However, Castle and I found a speaker that is Bluetooth, or I'm sorry, it's battery powered. It does have Bluetooth stuff, but it's battery powered and will last for, what was it, 7 hours, Castle?
Yeah, as long as you shut the lights off and stuff.
Yeah, for like 7 hours. And I think that could be a nice, inexpensive, because that by itself is $158.99. Plus, well, and I included tax on that one because that one's through Amazon, and I don't know how to get tax exempt status with Amazon, so I figured.
We have to have exempt status with
Oh,
them.
okay. Well, then it's slightly cheaper than what I got. But if we approve that, then we could just figure out the other bit on the back end. But my thought process was, if we got that, we could actually do our sound system out at Finner, and actually have a decent system that I think will work. Another little plus with that particular speaker is it does have its own built-in PA system. We would, in our case, be feeding it into the soundboard, but it does have its own PA system, which means it's flexible. You could take it. We could take it to other events just by itself without the full sound system if we didn't need full sound system, which would be, I think, a nice thing to add because it comes with a microphone. That's optionally, we don't have to use. We could use it, but that's only like $150 basically. And I think that could be something we could utilize in various forms. But if we got all of these things, we would have an outdoor and indoor system that we could start tweaking and playing with and getting functional, and which would allow stuff like the people, Solenox and whoever's night it is to run Wednesday night to be mic'd, just so they can be a little louder for the online people, just when it gets too kind of crazy in there. We could also have the wired mic that we could pass around. We were talking about that the other night, having one to pass around for people to make sure that online people can hear the questions and stuff like that, the discussion a little better. That could also come utilize. I thought that could also be very useful in stuff like if we wanted to do monologues, we could either do a wireless mic pack or just literally a standing mic.
Oh, I have a different option for monologues that we can talk
Okay.
about later.
But I think to get use out of the soundboard, which we pushed on the soundboard mostly because the sale price, we'd save $65 by getting it when we did. But if for $928.89, which is the total I've got here, we could have a fully indoor and outdoor sound system that will require me to set up and tweak and get some help from our wonderful music guy, Andrew, and hopefully get this stuff kind of set up.
Well, that's
Thoughts?
less than 1 month of income from Patreon.
Yes.
And we have the money.
I
Yeah.
have 2 questions.
Yes.
So question number 1, for these, replacement coverage plans, is this just, like factory errors? Or do these plans also cover like boo-boos, like
Boo-boos,
drops?
spills, yes, all of
Okay.
that. They told us that's 3 years. We just take it back to Guitar Center and they will send it off to have it repaired. Or if they can't do that, they will give us the money of the equivalent cost. Or
what
a
they-
trade out.
What they do is if they can't repair it,
Mhm.
we get a gift card for the amount we paid for the item.
But it's for anything wrong with it.
Yes, we
even if
spill
we-
we spill liquid on
drop
it.
it.
We drop it. It gets rained on. All of those things. Yes.
It's a cover. It's with the amount of money we were spending, we figured it was.
Yeah, that's,
it's
I want to,
important.
if
Yeah.
possible, I would like one that covers accidents.
Yeah,
Because we included that on the soundboard too. We did purchase that on the soundboard as well.
Good deal.
And then my second question is, did we put any further thought into where we'd be storing all this when it's not in active use?
That's a fair question. So a few things. the soundboard and the so the microphone box is like this big, right? So most of that can be stored right in the drawer underneath the TV. The biggest thing that would need to be stored that would be potentially problematic really the only thing that would be potentially problematic would be the speaker. But it's on wheels and it's supposed to be, it's got it's like luggage carrying. And it could fit in a corner, I think, fairly easily. Worst case scenario, one of us could, I mean, I would store it at my house if I needed to. I'd be willing to do that, but it's not huge. It was, I think, about, what was it, this wide castle and about this tall ish,
I think so, Ella.
something like that.
Would it potentially fit where Balder is?
No.
Probably, possibly. It'd fit over in a
Not that
corner.
space right there where Boulder's at, no.
Maybe not, but it would fit in a corner.
It definitely
Okay.
goes in the stairwell.
And it could also go in the stairwell if needed too.
That's true.
Yep. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think that one also had, because it's battery powered, so I think you can charge stuff off of it too, just as a nice little plus.
Yeah, but if we're using it, we don't want to be charging off. of it.
No, that's fair. But I
Yes.
feel like with, we could find out where the
We
limitations
can
are.
plug our phones in and charge our
Mhm.
phones while we're doing teardown.
Right.
you know.
Also, hey, we could do karaoke with it. We could have it run karaoke.
Huh. Yeah, there's that too.
So, are there any thoughts about any, like, getting the whole thing versus getting pieces of it at a time? What do y'all think?
Floors
For-
up. Who's got thoughts?
This is gonna be a big layout, but
So
go ahead, Tamara.
if we were to get it piece by piece,
Mhm.
would that be something we can utilize in the process of getting it piece by piece, or is it something that's not really going to function well as a whole until we have all of it?
Do you have the spreadsheet up right now? By chance? I can share.
I
Here,
do
why don't
not.
we, why don't,
Let me get it pulled up.
you know what? Alfred, could you give me host? I'll just share it so then people online can see this too.
Yeah. So my thoughts were, if we were to do it piece by piece, I would start with the speaker and the wired mic. Because we could use the speaker outside right away
Okay,
to
so
start off with.
here's what I got.
Like, I think we'd get the
So-
most use out of the speaker for our outdoor rituals.
So, to be honest, I'm kind of, is it, can you see that, Tamara? I don't know if, so the thing is, so I've got these color coded. So basically, like, if we were to say get the orange pieces, right, we could utilize that indoors for our indoor space alone. Where, like, to increase the quality of the online person's experience using wireless mics for people leading, and then a wired mic. Well, the wired mic wouldn't even be necessary at this point. The cable for the Yeti, though, would allow us to feed that into the soundboard, and then we could have the wireless mics, and we could increase our quality just by that alone, I think. But if we, and then for the speaker, if we just got the speaker, as Ashton today was suggesting, that would primarily just be focused on outdoors. So, like, we could take and we would still need to get the Yeti. No, every combination of this requires the Yeti to soundboard connection. To be honest, every version of this. But so if we were to get, like, say, the speaker, we could have the soundboard out there because we already have the soundboard. The speaker so the people out there can hear the people online if anybody's talking online, and then the Yeti hooking into the soundboard there, which would mostly increase the quality, I think, for the people out in the outside, I think. So I personally think we should go with if we were going to piece part it, go with the microphone system first, personally. Or we could simply just do the single microphone connection, the wired mic, and try that out first. I mean, that's the cheapest option, but well. So not all of it is, I think we could utilize any one of those sections in some way or form or fashion, but I think the microphones would be more important personally. Either version of the microphones, the green or the orange.
Well, we know things aren't getting cheaper. Inflation is a thing.
Mhm.
We all know this. If we go and get this done now and buy all of it, then we don't have to worry about prices going up, prices going down. It's done. We've committed. We've got the product, the things that we need to do what we want to do and try to increase the better online, the better in person, the whole thing better all the way around.
And additions can be made to this later too. Alfred has his hand up though.
Can we go and ask them that if we buy this all in one chunk, can we get a discount instead of piecing this out?
No, all this except for 2 items on this list, everything came directly from their proposal as the $2,000 system they wanted to sell us initially, which included 2 very expensive speakers. So the ones that we couldn't power. So that was their best basically deal they could get us, I think. So
I can tell you by going through Guitar Center, we are getting the non-tax, we're not paying tax on any of it. Because
and
we
we're
are,
getting quality stuff. The advantage of going through Guitar Center is if we have a problem, we can just take it right back to them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, go and ask. I mean, say, or say, part of our board wants to get this piecemeal. Is there any discount if we get it all in one chunk from you? So
We can ask.
can't hurt. All they can do is say no.
Mandy?
Is there any reason not to just get it all at once?
I think we have the funds right now, so I personally think I don't see any reason why we couldn't just go get it all at once now.
And it's not gonna impede future necessities?
no. Because this is gonna cost us less than what 1 month of Patreon's bringing in right now.
Right.
We don't have any more big bills coming up until I think October.
August,
Oh, well, August, insurance, yeah.
the insurance in August, but
We authorized it. I already see it is gone.
right, it's authorized, it's gone.
But
Yeah,
even with that big payment, we still have plenty in the account to cover this and other expenses.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd say just get it all. Just get it done.
pull the trigger and do it. Is that what I'm
I mean,
hearing?
honestly, if we can, then might as well. Nobody's really thought of a good negative for it.
The positives way far outweigh the negatives. It's gonna allow people that struggle to hear better.
Mhm.
It's gonna be more accommodating for more people.
And also when we go out and do our public events, we can have mics that we can talk into it because we'll have the wireless mics. That will feed into the system and people will be able to hear us better when we're presenting the things that we present outside of Fenner.
And we can later also, we get this now. Say we get all this now. We have all this. We won't have it ready by Litha. It's too short notice. But like we could have it all ready to go and tested and played with for Llamas. And then if we decide, oh, we could probably use another wired mic. Let's go get another one. Or oh, we need that wire that mic stand. Let's go get a mic stand. We could do those piece parts, but this will get us a basic church sound system. And in total,
Microphones will we have all together with this?
I'm sorry, what was that?
How many microphones will we have all together with this?
Presently with this specific one, it'd be 5 microphones, 4 wireless, 1 wired. We could add more if you'd like.
Does the speaker come with a microphone?
Yes, but we can't use it at the same time we're using the sound system. It's more of just kind of like a thing it comes with.
Okay.
We wouldn't be able to utilize it at the same time. We could go ahead and get two microphones and raise the price a little bit. I was trying to basically make this, hey, let's get a functional system.
What are the odds that we could at least mic everybody for Litha?
So
Would they be able to get it by Friday is the
It'd be
question.
seven. Is that
Well-
seven voices boosted essentially?
yeah, I
We
don't
could-
know that we could do 7.
It depends if they have that wireless set in stock or
So-
if they order it, because if they gotta order it, it's not gonna be here.
Oh, okay.
That's being
Yes,
honest.
you're just saying if there's anything we could pull out of that to boost on Saturday. I
Mm.
mean, you know, concerned about that,
Let
because even
me-
if we take all of our amplifiers, we've only got 4.
Mhm.
Let me poke TC,
For you to poke TC about.
find out how many wireless mics they have.
So keep in mind, our soundboard has 6 mic inputs that we can utilize. It has other inputs for other stuff. We have 6 mic inputs. So that is currently what we'll be able to do. I think we can stretch a couple extra, but we need the appropriate cables. So the way we set it up basically was based on having 4 wireless mics, 2 wired mics, and then our other inputs would be stuff like you know,
I don't know, 4
music from a
wireless
cell
mics,
phone.
2 wired mics, we could make that work.
We could.
Or with it. Anyway, all right,
I was gonna say, at my wedding, Tom was the only one that was mic'd. And his mic picked up the pastor, me, and him.
Well, and I was going to suggest, like, you know, if we were able to get all this, we were to say yes, we want to buy it today. Tomorrow we went up there and got it, and ordered everything. And if they could get it by Friday, all that fine and dandy. We could, in theory, have a situation where all the deities are mic'd, and then Solenox and I could either each have a mic, or we could pass one back and forth. That would require us to buy 2 hand mics, but if we
Evan?
each had one, or we could just pass one back and forth. I don't see why we couldn't do that.
Yeah,
How much would the price increase with an additional wired mic?
It's so the wired mics are 70 a piece, plus the $15 or $14. Well, here, let me
Ella,
just
Ella,
literally, yes.
that wired mic
Mhm.
was sale price. They're not on sale anymore.
I know I removed the sale price. The sale price was 40.
Okay,
So I
Cool.
removed the sale price. So it would, if we got 2 wired mics, so 3-year plan for each, plus, oh, we need also, sorry, we need a second cable or third cable with me. Yeah. So the total would be 1058.86 if we got 2 wired mics. So, I think it went up like 70, $80, 90 maybe. I don't know, something like that. My math may be wrong. I don't remember off the top of my head now. So 1058. Hang on, let me check. No, it goes up. Sorry, it goes up 130. I apologize. Yeah, it goes up 130 to do that. Which still 1058.86 we could do. If we wanted to do that.
So do we want to put it forward as a motion then?
So, well, let me ask you this. Would we rather do, before we do that, would we rather do 2 wired mics then? Just max out our soundboard mics?
might as well.
Okay. I don't
That-
have stands on here. I don't have stands on here, but we got we could hold them. Do we want to
Right.
add? Okay, cool. We get stands on the fly. I think they
What do
were-
you guys think? Have maxing out that having that second wired mic just so we've got it. Think that's a good idea, or should we not do that?
I'm good with it.
We're
Okay.
going to keep growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't
So-
see any
Yeah.
reason.
I was gonna
not-
say it could be useful, especially as the church continues to get bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
It's not
So
a-
then I-
yeah.
It's when.
When the
I
church
said
gets-
we're going to keep growing.
No.
we've
Tamara's
been,
it is.
we've been
We're all
growing.
having the visions now. It's getting a little creepy.
Yes.
So then I move that we, based on this proposal, spending $1,058.86 on these items listed here on the June revised audio system proposal. I move that we purchase those items.
Seconded.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
Aye.
Though I-
Alrighty.
I do think that we should consider, not right now, but at some point in time, considering getting at least 1 mic stand, just for ease as we continue to grow.
Yep. And we
I
can
mean,
look
there's
at
I
that.
don't know if they make one, but if
Right.
they do make these, then we should look at one that is designed for being outside on rough terrain, because that should be able to be used both outside and indoors.
Yeah.
There's been times where we could have used a mic stand even with the Yeti, where we've talked about, well, you know, it would be ideal to have a mic here or over here, so.
Right.
But again, that can be. that can
So
be done.
my question is, the one, the PA system.
Mhm.
Do we wanna order it through the church account, or do we wanna order it through someone that has Prime and it can get here quicker?
Well, the price there is based on taxes paid. So if we've approved that, which we sounds like we have, then we could totally get it at that cost. Have somebody do the 2-day shipping. Yeah.
Cause I know I've got Prime, Solange, you have Prime, don't you?
Yeah, I don't have Prime,
I know, that's why your stuff goes through my account.
right? That's why I buy stuff, have Mandy buy stuff for me, cause
Yeah. I think, yeah. I don't see any reason why we can't do that. So. And then Castle, I guess, do you have the ability or time to go up to Guitar Center tomorrow and make
I do not tomorrow. I'm headed up north to go to spend some,
Okay.
do some stuff with family tomorrow. Because I'm leaving like at 9 o'clock in the morning, won't be back
Okay.
until 4 or 5 at night. Well,
Okay.
if I get back by 5, I can probably run up there. It depends
Okay.
on how long my husband wants to stay up there tomorrow.
Well, they
I
close
could-
at 9, so
I know
we
they close at 9. I have
have time.
rehearsal at 9
9.
tomorrow.
Okay. Okay.
So I will be back before then. So I will find out from my husband how long we're gonna be. And if we're not gonna be that late, I will go get this stuff ordered.
Okay.
Okay? How does that sound, everybody?
Yeah. And
The only
if we
thing I
can get
will not
everything,
order. The only thing I will not order is the one off of Amazon.
Yeah.
well, there's
Because
two technically off Amazon, but yeah, the speaker is what you're talking about, right?
the speaker is that wire off Amazon too.
That wire's off Amazon. They did not have that exact kind of speaker in the length I needed at
Which-
Guitar Center. So
Which wire? That's my question.
the 3.5 to 1/4 inch cable.
Okay, the two items
yeah.
that are Amazon based, I will not take care of. I will take care of the rest of it tomorrow.
Do you need to message me the links for the Amazon ones to get them off Prime with the church card?
I can do that. I can send both of those to you if that works. Awesome.
Here.
Doesn't feel like it.
Do y'all realize how long I've been trying to get this going? I'm so
Are you excited now?
I am so happy we're doing this. Oh, okay, fantastic. All right, all voted aye. Let's see here. I'm just gonna make a note here that hold on. Amazon.
It was
church
on. I never
card.
set the 78.
It resets after 2 hours, I think, usually, right?
Y'all notice Vivian managed to shut up the wine over there the other night.
How'd they do that?
Just like jiggled it or something and pfft, the wine went away.
Ah,
Yay!
So it
Vivian.
was whistling through the metal grate.
Yeah, apparently. Jeez.
Yay, Vivian.
Right?
Amazing.
So, Castle, quick question. One more question. Sorry. When that paper we gave, we had to sign or we had to do for the thing. That's the thing we have to do again, right? Or no, you just have to go up with the card and they just have to fill up that form, right?
The paper that we need to refill out every time is that we have the proof of funds.
Which is the card information. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Because what I could do is I could just go ahead and
would
email
just-
him that we're gonna purchase these items, and then
I go up and just fill out the paperwork and call it a day.
pretty much see if he could start getting them ordered now.
Well, they won't order it until it's paid for.
Okay, then that's fine.
But if you want to give him a heads up that I'll be in the next 2 days to get this stuff ordered, that would be awesome.
Sounds good. All right, we'll do.
Let John know, because John's amazing. John's the salesman we dealt, he's the actual manager of the store,
Oh, okay.
so.
Ella, should you also put a bullet point that we will consider a mic stand for a future purchase?
Sure, I could do that. I need to make a note because before we move on, I'm so sorry for the delays here, but because this document is changeable, I need to make a note. Exactly. how much we're going to purchase. Yeah. And then,
Oh, I can't stop yawning,
Okay.
jeez.
all right, cool. So sound system part, we're done with that. Green Man Day, what do we got for that one?
So it's right after Litha next week. We're gonna be unpacking and putting away from Litha, I think primarily. As far as here.
What the heck?
Permission to skip that.
I will not be there. It's unlikely I will be there because I'm gonna have my son. So
I was like, it's Father's Day.
This is true. It is Father's Day.
And Tom's like, so you're gonna be gone all day Saturday, and then you're gonna be gone at the church all day for Father's Day. And then we have the school with the
Mhm.
Sunday night.
Yep.
So I'm like, I'm gonna have to step back for this specific Green Man Day. I'm gonna have to not.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. There's also a list of things that can be done out at the property, but those can be done anytime.
Right.
Is there anything else that we wanna put on the list to work on?
you want me to put the mowing and the seed stuff on this list for now? Or
That's on the wall back there already.
all right, so I've got right now just got putting away stuff from Litha. Do you have anything else beyond that we absolutely need to do?
I don't think so.
You know what we need on this agenda that I just remembered?
What?
The renewals of our Safe Sanctuary stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna
background
bring
check.
that up at
it's
the
coming up
end.
Shortly, isn't it?
Well, we had last month we talked about bringing basically making it official this month that we basically will do all that stuff because it gives us a 1 month to complete everything. So because July
Okay.
15th is the deadline, so I'm just gonna put that on the list so we have it here. All right. It sounds like that might be this Green Man Day might be a little
Light?
lacking, a little light. So putting away stuff from Litha. If we're not gonna really have anybody else there, because I think people are gonna be Father's Day and stuff like that, we may not just have much to do.
Yeah.
So okay.
I will be here, but.
Okay.
Um. Is Welcome Summer Festival still on our list there, Ella?
Yep. Local Summerfest 2025. What do you got?
All right. I called and spoke with Kelly, my contact down at
Amy County.
Ingham County Parks in Mason. We have a reserved firm status of Saturday, June 7th, 2025, from 8 a.m. till 8:30 p.m. We do not have to be right out of there at 6:30. We have until the
Ooh.
park closes. We have it all day. If we pay this before the end of the year, it's $200. It may go up.
Do it.
So that's the reason I wanted to put on the agenda today, so that we can get this paid and get it taken care of, so we don't have to
Yep.
worry about it.
Yep.
Yes, Megan.
I obviously will have our meeting, but just for board awareness, we do have a number of vendors who have already
We have enough to pay for vendors.
what I was gonna say.
The
We-
vendors have paid.
Yeah.
we have enough vendors who have prepaid and secured their spots that we do have that too.
All the more reason to go ahead and do it.
Mhm.
In a heartbeat. Motion to authorize funds to pay for Welcome Summer Festival 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Go.
Done. I gotta get the form filled out and all that shit, so I'll put it on my to-do list.
I don't even remember who seconded it. I think Megan. I
did.
think was one of them. I think I heard.
It's both of us at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, it was both of us at the same time.
Everybody.
Everybody seconded. Okay, so yeah, all right, cool. I got that. Man, this is just a money spending.
It's a money spent in a meeting this month. This is an expensive meeting this month.
Alrighty. So, do we need anything else on Welcome Summer?
No. Next month, we will have we do need to schedule a meeting for a wrap up for this year's event. Next Sunday is not gonna work.
No,
When are you taking the child back home, Ella?
So I will be leaving Saturday the 22nd and getting back Sunday the 23rd at some point.
So do we wanna go June 30th for our wrap up meeting? It's the last Sunday of the month. We can get it done and get it taken care of.
Sure.
Potentially.
Potentially, all right,
That will be the day after the labyrinth.
stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it will be.
But if we can do it that day, that would be great.
I just have to be home by 8 o'clock.
All right, yeah, we
What
can totally
time?
put it on there for that.
What time we want to do that meeting?
They would only do it at 5.
5.
Okay. Cool.
Any other questions on Welcome Summer? I'm sorry, I just needed to get off camera. I can't sit. Sorry.
You're fine.
Oh, no, you're fine.
What's next?
Alrighty, so background checks renewal.
I kicked it.
What?
Background check renewal.
Background check renewals, yes. I will put in those training and background re-auths this week.
Okay, just be able to look out in our email, right?
Yep. Yep, I will send it to all of you's Weavers of the Web emails. And that should show up as what, a $90 charge from the Mother Church
Right, and it's worth it.
ish.
It saves it's
Yeah.
CYAs.
Do we want to go ahead and re-auth Ryan to get him on our schedule?
Is
Or do
he?
we want to give him a pass until next summer?
No, because if you're on the board, you have to have this done. It's according to our bylaws. We need to get him.
If we know he's coming up, we could just throw him into the batch and get him on there.
Yep, I think we should.
We're planning to bring him up 2 months.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, might as well do it now.
Okay.
Because then it's all done. We're all in the same time frame to renew every year.
And so you said that was for Ryan?
Yes.
Since he's already on the schedule to be dedicated.
And like I said, that keeps us in line with renewal, so we all remember when to do it. So we don't.
Mhm.
That definitely makes
Yeah,
sense.
I think that makes it easier.
It does.
All right.
Testing at Litha, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
Makes it easier to remember.
What's next?
That's it. That's everything we got on the list.
Oh, yeah, real fast.
That was quicker than.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Mine's real quick. So you had sent us an email updating us about maintenance and I replied to it. So, because I've just taken it upon myself, I will be your reminder for the AC unit. And
Oh, yeah.
according to the email, it says that the AC only needs to be changed every 3 months. And the last time it was changed in February, March, April, May 6th is 3 months. Thus, it is overdue. So my point still remains that the AC needs to be changed.
Indeed.
Well, here's the other thing. With that issue, I was told by the HVAC guy, because of the age of our system, it is very old. We need to be changing that filter every month. And because we're going to be responsible for that cost, if something happens to it, we should have that right to have it changed as often as we ask.
So, would somebody else like to take over annoying the landlord on this?
I can't because I'm currently trying to bother my landlord about problems. So
If you can assist me in that transition, I can bother the landlord about the AC specifically.
Right, hereby name you Chief of maintenance for Weavers of the Web, and grant thee full authority to ensure that maintenance jobs are carried out appropriately and post-haste forthwith. Any more words I can throw in there?
No.
And that
Appropriately
should
was
go
a
in
good
the-
addition. I
that should be
appreciate that.
verbatim in the minutes.
I do not have that verbatim. in the minute.
We have it recorded.
It's on the record now.
It's-
Get back out.
So mine is about llamas. It won't need a vote till next board meeting, because we have a board meeting between Litha and llamas. But we had talked about having TC professionally record the monologues. How many hours would we need to book for recording the monologues, and is it only the monologues that we want recorded?
For the first question, I believe we normally schedule in 1 hour for monologues prior to
Ritual.
circle cast. ritual.
Yeah,
And-
we, and I wouldn't expect to ever need more than that unless we had like 20 people. But is this something TC is volunteering to do?
Well, that's what I needed to know how long so they could give us a quote. We get a repeat customer discount. So they give the church discounts already, but just finding out how much it would cost. So I could bring it to next month's board meeting. And they come with a field recorder with 4 channels, 3 cameras, 3 cameras with 2 channels each, and a mixer with 4 mic inputs.
So I am not so gung ho about professional recording of monologues that I just went to church to go and do that.
Yep.
However, if you can find out what it would be to have TC booked for say 2 hours, so that would cover, come in, set up, do the monologues and done.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could ask for donations from folks doing the monologues who want theirs recorded.
Yeah, because the only editing that would need to happen would be to have it split, so each one's a separate file.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and considering that we just something to consider, we did just authorize the purchase of a whole sound system. That I think the main reason we were considering this last year was because you couldn't be heard. Nobody could be
Yeah.
heard.
But by llamas, we're gonna have our system fully ready to go.
Right. Well, TC's mic system goes into their cameras for the recording. That's
Yeah,
Oh.
well, I mean,
the way it would be set up, yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have the level of video quality, but it would feed into our recording of on
Yeah.
the Zoom call itself. So they would definitely have a better quality than what we're gonna have. There's no questions about that. That being said, is it necessary if we get our system fairly up at that point? Just a thought.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
What you need, Alfred?
Sometime next year, there will be a request for very nice video equipment.
I
I have
have,
seen.
I personally have no interest in having my monologue professionally recorded, nor do I wish to pay money to have it recorded.
Because we had talked about having TC record it before we talked about the sound system, so I wanted to follow through and
Yeah.
at least get the quote.
I'm okay
And then
with
we
getting
can
the quote. We can see
discuss
if
it.
anybody is interested in covering that. I don't think it's something that the church needs to cover.
Yeah, we can discuss it at the next board meeting, but I needed the number of hours to get the quote.
Yeah, I'd say it should be a max of 2 hours to come in, set up and leave if they don't want to stay for it. So, remind me, Megan, I will, send you the contact information for the new assistant property manager.
I was putting it in our Wednesday night or Wednesday discussion.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, any other, business?
I didn't think so.
I don't think so.
Business? We got any comments on YouTube? Wow. Motion to adjourn,
Be watching it.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Fuck out of here.
You don't have to go
My
home,
phone's
but
dying,
you
so I
can't
gotta
fucking
go.
stay here.
Good.
Alrighty.
Ella, have to stop YouTube.